Right.
Caspian is the new flank of Paladins, and in the patch preview he looked like an amazing champion, so that's why I played with him. I tried his talents and skills, and this is 20 things you need to know before you play Caspian. The first thing is that his weapon deals very little damage, and the right click is melee, so it doesn't work on long distance, and it feels like playing Moji because your best damage is going to be in close range. But at least Caspian has an skill for long distance, which is the second ability, and it stuns too. Obviously he is a flank, so having best damage in close range is normal. The number 2 thing is about the dash. The distance of the dash is just scamming. I'm gonna say that he doesn't feel like a flank. It's like a damage dash or damage mobility. And I'm using the card of the distance for 25% more, but as you can see the distance is not like a flank. This is funny, but at least he deals damage. As you can see with the pips, he deals like 450 of damage, which can be some burst and combos. He has cards for speed and distance for your dash, but even with that, his dash is very bad. If I remove the card for the distance, you're gonna see the default dash, and it's going to be even worse. Like, it's a very bad dash, I'm gonna say. Number 3 thing that you need to know about Caspian is that his best card is the Finer Things. This is maybe the card that you need on every loadout for Caspian, which gives you 60% of movement speed when you land the shot of your weapon, like that shot, and you move more and more faster, as you can see. I think it's very strong. I'm gonna say 60% of mobility. You don't need any kind of movement boost like nimble or other buffs, which can be really good. Bora has the same card, but it lasts 1 second, and at the same time the movement speed is maximum 40%, I guess. So Caspian maybe is gonna be nerfed, I don't know. And at least the difference with Bora is that Caspian deals less damage in long distance. Number 4. Caspian weapon is projectile, it's not hit scan. As you can see, when I aim into the pips, I'm not gonna land the shot if I do not predict the movement of the enemy. So for me it's going to be harder for the new players to try to play Caspian or land every shot because it's harder. So you will need a lot of practice to play Caspian in the high level. Number 5. Sadly, Caspian doesn't deal headshots, doesn't land headshots because it's projectile weapon. Number 6. His right click is the best damage skill he has. It lands like 1000 in the combo, which can be pretty good, but at the same time feels weird, so you need to practice this. Number 7. Playing Caspian means that you probably need to be closer to the enemy, which is harder because his dash is very bad though. So I'm gonna say that the dash is a big factor for his mobility, and the number 8 is going to be that he is not vertical dash. At this moment he's bugged on the PTS, but in his official launch he's going to be normal vertical, but the animation is really bad. Number 9 that I like about Caspian is his Q skill, which is a stun, and is on long distance it works very well, but it is still projectile, so you need to predict the enemy. The number 10 that you need to know is about his marks or stacks. This stacks gives more speed for the Q ability, as you know. It's going to be more faster and faster, which is good against some champions. And this is going to be a combo skill with the damage, with the right click, with the stun. Pretty good. Number 11. He cannot spam his right click with his shots like Moji. And yeah, I'm talking about Moji a lot because it feels really similar. His weapon shot is very bad because it's projectile, this like very little damage. His right click is the best damage close range, but it's melee like Moji, as you can see. His dash is bad like Moji, I can say. and his best skill is the Q ability, like Moji 2 with the barrier. Other thing about Caspian is his ultimate, which is really good. It deals a lot of damage, like 800, killing the victors in only 2 shots is really good. Number 13 is about the ultimate too, is that in long distance is bad. As you can see, it doesn't deal the same damage. It doesn't appear in the description of his ultimate, but I'm gonna say it's a good balance because his ultimate is really good. It's our killing ultimate. Another thing is about his talent. Right now I'm using the talent of the dash, double dash. A lot of people think that is the best talent, and maybe can be with the verticality, but for now the dash feels really bad. I'm gonna say it's the worst dash on all the champions or all paladins in general. Number 15 is about the other talents. As I said, I was using the middle talent about the dash, but I'm gonna say that the best talent is maybe measured cadence, because the last talent is for the right click, which is melee, and boosting a melee skill for me is not the best idea, and the middle talent is bad because of the dash is bad. Then the first talent is going to be, I guess, the meta. It gives you a second shot of your weapon, your love, as you probably see, and it deals more damage, like 400 damage more, but in long distance it's like 200 or 300 depending of the distance, and for me it seems pretty good. Number 16 is the problem with this talent too, is that it's projectile with the speed of the Q. And why this is important? Because this is the other thing, is that if you're using this talent, the speed of the weapon shot is different for the talent shot, as you can see. So in long distance you are going to be really more hard to land 2 shots of the talent and your basic or weapon shot. The speed needs to be buff, I guess. For me it's really hard for the new players to land 2 shots like that, and in the long distance it's going to be a nightmare to land every shot. Number 18. In the close range, this talent seems more stronger because you are going to land every shot and the burst is good. Number 19 is about his ultimate. If you are in close range, his ultimate is going to be like a hit scan, but in the long distance you need to predict. Talking about his cards, as I say, the best one is the Finer Things. The second card you are seeing in this loadout is pretty good because it gives you shield when you are with your marks on your shots, but it's not working on the PTS. Obviously they are going to fix it for the official launch of Caspian, but as you can see I have the marks on the weapon and it doesn't give me the shield even if I use the skills, the Q, the right click. The last thing you need to know is that his cards in general sucks. Like a lot of champions have like 1, 2 or 3 cards which are pretty good and the other ones are just trash. And for Caspian seems the same, because dash cards are bad because of his dash is bad. The other ones is for ammo and yeah, for marks, which are not the best, are not ideal. So as I say, the Finer Things and the card that gives you the shield are the best one. And the other thing, Caspian doesn't have like a card for maximum your HP, your maximum health, which can be sad. This was all about Caspian. I hope you enjoyed this champion when you tested and played with him, but in my experience, I'm gonna say Caspian is not going to be a good champion, and because of his dash movement or animation. And yeah, I'm talking a lot about his dash, but it's bad because it ruins all the experience you can make with Caspian, because it seems like a pretty good champion with a lot of skill required because of the projectile like Maeve or like Eevee, but his dash just ruins all of this experience. Like, I enjoy to play Caspian with his shots and his right click with melee, and his ultimate seems pretty strong and funny to play against some enemies. And the best playstyle, I'm gonna say, is try to make the more damage on the medium range, as you can see on this combo, and try to be closer to the enemy and spam the right click, because you are going to have the speed with the card with the weapon shot. As you can, I'm gonna show you how to do this combo. Just going to be closer and closer, and you're going to have more speed, and the enemy is not going to shot you because it's going to be really fast. It doesn't feel like playing Maeve, but the speed is considerable, and I'm gonna say it's really fast, so you can play with that speed. And the advantage is that even if the enemy has Shaolin or Grover, which can silence your skill, it still works because it's a card for speed. It's not an skill or an F like the F of Maeve or other champions, so it's going to be really good. I hope you enjoyed this video talking about Caspian and things you need to know about him. And if you want a gameplay to be on this channel in English, just leave a comment. I have a gameplay with 160k of damage, which was pretty good. And don't forget to subscribe to this beautiful community in English. See you in the next video. Bye bye.